Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are good and happy. So today we will begin with the lesson number 13 of your class 5 science, that is light and shadow. You know, where we get light from the luminous objects. You know, the objects that produce light are known as luminous objects, and the objects that do not produce lights are known as non-luminous objects. So let's begin with this chapter. In this chapter we will talk about transparent, translucent and opaque objects. Second, we will talk about shadow. Here, objects which produce lights are known as luminous objects, and objects which do not produce lights are known as non-luminous objects. Look at the picture given alongside and name the 3 luminous and 3 non-luminous objects. Luminous objects क्या क्या है हमारे? That can be bulb, you can write by your own. That can be bulb, that can be lamp, that can be sun. Non-luminous objects are table, chair, cupboard, books. These are the non-luminous objects. Here, we see so many things around us every day from the moment we wake up in the mornings. जब भी हम मॉर्निंग में वेक अप करते हैं हम बहुत सारी चीज़ देखते हैं अपने आसपास. We are able to see things because the light that falls on these objects bounces off and travels through space to reach our eyes. और जो हम क्यों देख पाते हैं, जो लाइट इन ऑब्जेक्ट्स पे पड़ती है, लाइट की वजह से देख पाते हैं, जो ये ऑब्जेक्ट्स पे पड़ती है वो बाउंस बैक करती है हमारी आईज तक. स्पेस से होती है हमारी कहाँ तक आती है? रीच आवर आईज. हियर luminous and non-luminous objects क्या है? Certain things produce light. कुछ things क्या produce करती है? Light produce करती है. जो like sun, the star, fire, torch, electric bulbs, etc. give us light. ये सब हमें क्या देते हैं? हमें light देते हैं. These bodies are called luminous objects. इन bodies को क्या कहते हैं? हम luminous objects कहते हैं जो हमें light देती हैं. They are known as luminous objects. Objects which do not give off light are known as non-luminous. जो objects हमें light नहीं देते उनको हम non-luminous कहते हैं. Like wood, like chair, leaf, earth and the moon are few examples that are non-luminous objects. Here, activity to identify different types of material. Material required are clear that can be seen through, like plastic cover, a sheet of butter paper. एक sheet लेनी है आपको butter paper की, and on A4 size chart paper. Produce procedure क्या है आपका? Take a clear plastic cover. You have to take one clear plastic cover, a butter paper and A4 size chart paper. Ask your friend to stand in front of you. अपने friend से पूछे आपके सामने खड़े होने के लिए. Now try to see your friend through each. अब हर चीज में से अपने friend को देखो. प्लास्टिक कवर से देखोगे, you can see the butter paper and the chart paper. Conclusion क्या निकला हमारा इसका? You will be able to see your friend clearly through the clear plastic cover. आप अपने friend को clear plastic cover में से easily देख पाओगे. Partially through the butter paper, partially butter paper में से, and not all through the chart paper. और chart paper में से देख ही नहीं पाओगे. Now let's talk about transparent, translucent and opaque object. Transparent क्या होता है? Glass. Light can pass through all objects. जो light होती है सब objects में से pass करती है. Some objects allow the light to pass through them completely. कुछ objects completely pass करने में help करते हैं light को. Such objects are termed as transparent objects. जिसमें से light completely pass कर जाती है उसको हम transparent objects कहते हैं. For example, water, glass and clear plastics are transparent objects. Light always travels in a straight line. Light हमेशा एक straight line में travel करती है. Some objects allow the light to pass through them partially. कुछ objects क्या करते हैं? Partially allow करते हैं अपने में से light को travel करने में से. Such objects are termed as translucent. उनको हम क्या कहते हैं? Translucent कहते हैं, like colored glass. For example, ice, oiled paper, dark glasses and colored plastic. These are the translucent objects. Some objects do not allow light to pass through them. और कुछ objects allow ही नहीं करते light को pass करने में. Such objects are termed as opaque. उनको हम क्या कहते हैं? Opaque objects कहते हैं. For example, steel, wood, rock, wall and cardboard. ये क्या है हमारे opaque objects है because इनमें से light तो pass कर ही नहीं पाएगी. You know, mirror is not a transparent object. जो mirror है transparent object नहीं है because we cannot see objects on the other side or through it. हम उसमें से objects को उसके transparent नहीं है क्योंकि हम आर पार सामान नहीं देख सकते ना. We cannot see other things through it. We can only see our own image in the mirror. हम खाली अपनी image देख सकते हैं mirror में. Here shadow. Shadow क्या होती है? We know that a shadow is formed when an object is placed in front of a source of light. Shadow जब बनती है जब एक source of light के सामने एक object place हो जाता है. Let us perform an activity to understand the formation of shadow by transparent, translucent and opaque object. Here is an activity aim to identify materials that can form shadow. Identify करने का हमें materials जो form कर सकते हैं shadow को, like material required क्या है, a transparent plastic sheet A4 size, a translucent tracing sheet that is A4 size, a cardboard sheet A4 size, or torch and a screen. Here procedure: take the plastic sheet, the tracing sheet, the cardboard sheet and the torch. Hold the objects one by one in front of the screen. आपको hold करना है हर object एक screen के सामने one by one. Project the light from the torch. आपको project करनी है light उस पे torch में से onto each other और सब उनके हर किसी के ऊपर. What do you observe? आप क्या observe करोगे? Observation: you will see that opaque cardboard sheet blocks the light completely. जो opaque cardboard sheet है उसने तो completely light block कर दी and hence forms a clear and dark shadow on the screen. और वो एकदम clear और dark shadow form करेगी screen पे. The translucent tracing sheet partially blocks. उसने partially block किया translucent sheet ने the light and thus forms a lighter shadow और उसको lighter shadow बनाती है on the screen. The transparent glass does not block the light. जो transparent glass है वो तो block ही नहीं करेगा light, तो shadow ही form नहीं करेगा and from the passing through it and hence does not form any shadow. वो shadow ही form नहीं करता. From the above activity, it is clear that opaque translucent objects are form shadow where the transparent object do not form shadow. जो transparent object है वो तो shadow बनाएगा ही नहीं. Translucent थोड़ी बहुत बना देता है और opaque object तो पूरी dark shadow बनाता है. Thus, a shadow is a dark region formed by translucent or an opaque object. Three things are required for a shadow to form. तीन चीजें चाहिए होती है shadow form करने के लिए: a light source, a translucent or an opaque object, and a screen. A such surface on which the shadow can form. एक surface जिस पे shadow form हो सकती है. Now let's talk about characteristics of a shadow. Characteristics क्या क्या होती है shadow की? A shadow is always formed on the opposite side of the light source. Shadow हमेशा opposite sides में form होती है light source के. A shadow shows only the outline and the shape of the object. एक shadow खाली outline और एक shape बताती है object की and not only details about it. A color of shadow does not depend on the color of the object. Color of the shadow किस पे depend नहीं करता कि वो किस color का object है उस पे तो कभी depend नहीं करता, वो हमेशा dark shadow ही बनाएगा. Shadows form always dark. Shadow हमेशा dark बनती है. The size of a shadow depends on the distance of the light source from the object. जो size होता है shadow को किस पे depend करता है? जो light source होती है एक object की, and also on the distance of the screen from the object. और जो distance होता है screen का object से. Now when the light source is close to the object, जब light close होगी source of the object के और the screen is away from the object और screen दूर होगी, the shadow thus formed is longer. तो shadow लंबी बनेगी. When the light source is away from the object or the screen is close, जब light source away और screen close है, the shadow thus formed is smaller. जो shadow है उस time smaller बनेगी in the size than the object size. Object size के comparison में छोटी बनती है. So that's all for this lesson. I hope you all like the explanation of this lesson. Thank you and have a fantastic day.